obviously I'm a fan of one of the teams, so I have some opinions and stuff.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. What? Hi. Welcome to another episode of the BritCaveBlitz. I'm your host, Smith, which is that guy that is Smith on Instagram only. Joining me is the big cube Drake May face.
Yeah, boy. That's Sam.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Never say your name. You just referred to as yeah boy.
Yeah, boy.
Podcast is at BritCaveBlitz on socials. So yeah, but Super Bowl preview. We got a fan of the team on the pod.
Who? Is Alex here?
I was going to say, even if I tried to rope Alex in, I don't think I'd see my text for another 4 days. Just what he's like with phones. But before we get into that, some very, very interesting news. Did you know that the NFC beat the AFC 66-52 in the Pro Bowl flag game?
I did. I also saw that they were up, the AFC were up by about 14 points, and then they decided to bring in Shador Sanders, and then they lost.
Oh, is that when they lost it? Oh, the only thing I've seen is Joe Burrow throw a pick.
Shador Sanders threw 2 picks.
Ah,
interesting.
So yeah, that's that shite out of the way. Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
So yeah, Super Bowl. Superb owl.
The superb owl.
As we know, as we just discussed, very nocturnal. It will be the Seattle Seahawks. Is it technically Seattle Seahawks at the New England Patriots?
Yeah, the Patriots are the home team, aren't they? Because it's AFC home team this year.
Right, and they're playing it at the 49ers ground. I have seen that a lot of players have refused to train on their pitches or whatever because of the whole electrical substation thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Conspiracy that, I've seen some people being like, it is scientific that it weakens certain muscles and stuff, so it's easier to get injuries.
I've seen a lot of backlash and a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's like you're being soft. Like, why the coach is not forcing them to do it?" Obviously, it's a huge conspiracy and that kind of shit like that. But football players are super superstitious, aren't they? And anything that's going to make them superstitious is probably just easier for the coaches just to go, yeah, let's just go with what they say.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I think in any form of like sport or athletics, the mindset comes first.
Exactly.
And that's the whole reason people are superstitious, or even just a little bit stitious.
I'm not stitious. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a bit stitious.
Yeah. I can't remember what the original quote is of that, but I know what I'm thinking of Stefan Diggs saying it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Stefan Diggs when he was getting people to sit next to him.
No, but he's coughed it off a TV show.
Right.
But I can't remember what. I think it's The Office, actually. I think the main character, Michael Scott, says it.
Right.
But yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Stefan Diggs saying it. Have you watched any of the pre-game interview things that have been going on recently?
I might have actually. To be fair, if you've got something in mind that you're going to talk about,
it was nothing specific. I just know that I've seen a few clips because it's all the them having their individual press things, obviously how Marshawn Lynch did it, where he's like, "I'm just here so I don't get fined" type of thing. Where it's just the individuals up there and then reporters are around them asking whatever they want.
Yeah. No,
because the only thing that's coming to mind at the moment is Drake May being asked what his favourite food is that his wife cooks.
Oh yeah, the bacon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that as well. I heard both Vrabel and Drake May both got also asked, is this a must-win game? But I think
Yeah.
it's a running joke by the person who asks it. Like he asks it all the time every year.
Right, okay. I was gonna
Is
say
what I believe.
I saw that posted, but I don't think I watched it. I just saw the text on the video and Vrabel's face, like looking. I probably had the same facial expression of when that clip came out, where like somebody was like, "What about this injury?" And he's like, "Well, I haven't announced that yet, so this building's full of rats."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what was the one he said it recently? It was like, how well is? He was like, someone asked him about a player.
How well's he doing? Not good. We released him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, I
released him
remember
the other
that.
day, so which is a great response.
But yeah, I mean, like I think most of my NFL content that comes up now are like from the Bussing with the Boys crew, like that Taylor Lewin, tackle for the Titans. So I know he's close with Rabel, and they've had him on the podcast before. Because one of the things they asked him mid-season was, would he cut off his dick for a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
And
saw
he was
that.
like, "Well, I've 20 years of marriage. I don't think it'll mean much. So yeah, whatever." And then like when they were at the conference, they were trying to ask him, was
Would he
like,
still do it?
"Yeah, should we get the scissors ready?"
Yeah, he said something like something about I'll chop off half of it or something, didn't
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, there's nothing that's like happened that stood out this year, to be honest.
he? In what sense?
Well, like last year, it felt like it was a revenge game, so there was like a big build up and big hype around it. Then I'm thinking of like the last time the Chiefs and the Eagles faced each other. Obviously, it was the Kelsey Bowl type thing. And there just seems to have always been a thing around it. Like even when it was that Kelsey Bowl, I think was that the first time that it was two non-white quarterbacks facing each other in the Super Bowl. That was a big thing then as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like,
these two, this is the first time that both teams in the Super Bowl lost their opening match of the season.
I
If
guess
that
so.
means anything to you.
But
And then,
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not theme. There's no big like theme or conspiracy thing. I guess the conspiracy thing really is the substation, and that's kind of it.
yeah. I also think the other it's like the longest odds, isn't it, of any two teams to make the Super Bowl? Like we were both like combined, we were both predicted to pretty much finish bottom of our division this year.
Oh, okay.
Both of us. So we were predicted to finish bottom of our division, and they were predicted to finish at like the odds at the beginning of the season. So it's like the longest odds for both teams, which I mean is a little bit crazy from the Seahawks' point of view.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy for us to be predicted to go bottom because obviously we had such a big change. It's a bit of a wild one to predict that. But the Seahawks, I feel like they improved everywhere. And I think it comes down to people still probably not fully trusting for whatever reason. What's his face? Sam Darnold, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate because he probably.
Yeah, I didn't think about that because I was going to say if that's how it was for the Seahawks, the only thing I can think of is, it's just because they're in the division with the Rams and the 49ers, so it's just like, well, those two teams are the teams that are going to do well, and it ended up being all three of them doing fucking well. Just the Seahawks did immensely better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. Yeah, I understand it from your guys' perspective because what were you last year? 4-13.
4-32 in a row.
Then you're getting a new head coach in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it was like, okay, this is the year that it's an instant rebuild type thing.
I mean, yeah, it's been obviously a crazy turnaround for the Patriots. If you would have told me at the beginning of the season we were making the Super Bowl, I would have been amazed. I think you put them in your predictions to make the playoffs, didn't you? As like a wild card. And even then, I was a bit like, well, if we did that, that would be fantastic. And now we're talking about the Super Bowl, which to me is crazy.
I will say actually something about you guys. I learned today that no matter what happens, the Patriots will make history.
Yeah,
Either as the team who has won the most Super Bowls or lost the most Super Bowls.
exactly.
Because I think I don't know who you're drawing with for one, but I know for lost you're drawing with the Broncos.
We wins is Steelers and lost is Broncos.
Right.
So yeah, either way, we make history. It's one of those. Obviously, like from my perspective as a Patriots fan, I don't want us to lose because why would you want your team to lose?
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, if you would have told me we'd make the Super Bowl, I'd be like, fuck, like damn right, how amazing. But now you're here, you're kind of like, well, all I want to do is win. Like,
Yeah.
all I want is for us to win. I'm going to be disappointed if we don't.
Yeah. There is at the very least the sense of hope even after losing, being like, well, we've made it here on the first season of the new head coach. This gives me so much hope for the future.
Yeah, I mean, considering we have such a like, apart from a few big players, we've got quite a good like youngish core. Like people are here for a few years.
Yeah.
And we've still got a lot of cap space, but obviously that can come back round and bite you because when you start putting these on big contracts, you end up going over that cap and stuff like that. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I think with how we did this year, we should do somewhat good last year and next year. I do buy into this whole strength of schedule thing a little bit. I obviously know we played a lot of worse teams. The thing is we can only play who's in front of us. Next year we'll have a lot of proving to do, and we'll have to see what people's excuses are next year if we do well again. But yeah, from my perspective, I do think we have a chance to make the playoffs again. We still had a very potent offense, and our defense has looked better and better as the weeks have gone on. As bad as the offenses have been, we played in the playoffs. They've been made bad by our defense.
Yeah, and I actually saw something before. I think so. Basically, the team's defense on a 3-game playoff run to the Super Bowl, the team's defenses that has allowed the least amount of points. This year's defense for the Patriots is the second lowest amount of points allowed over that 3-game span.
Yeah, and again, I'm fully aware that we played the worst O-line in the world, and we played a backup in the Broncos, and obviously CJ Stroud shit the bed. And I'm not saying the Steelers are a good team, but CJ Stroud had an equal, if not worse, game against them, and they still absolutely destroyed them. Like, our defense has to play a part in that.
Yeah, definitely. It is. I don't want to say like the saving grace because the offense has done well. There are just times where they just don't fire, and like you've said before, it's like the offense only needs to be subpar and actually be excellent 3 times in a game, and then the defense does everything else.
Yeah, I mean, we still put up against the Texans. Like, we still had 3 touchdowns. Let's not forget about that. Like, the Texans, we've said it from the beginning, and everybody said it is like the best.
Yeah, you've also had 3 top 5 defenses that you've played against. You played the Chargers were a top 5 defense. Texans, Broncos.
Defensively, it definitely has been a gauntlet for us. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I'm not going to take away from the fact that it's obviously been a bit easier with us defensively, on the defense, because obviously the offenses have shit the bed. But I think for a lot of people to be coming out and pretending that we're going to get absolutely destroyed by this Seahawks team is a bit ridiculous from my as I see it. And when we went to Bunny Jackson's the other day, it was kind of what I was saying is like, you're just building up, kind of like you're cursing it for the Seahawks a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the more people are saying that they're going to absolutely destroy us, the more it feels like we're going to win.
Yeah,
I think it's. I agree, right? I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. They're a better team than us. They're more complete. Their defense is definitely better than ours. Offensively, they've got some good weapons. Obviously, I think Gonzo and JSN is going to be a great matchup. But yeah, we've not been too good offensively in the playoffs. If we can click and we can play like we did in the regular season, then I'll give us more of a chance. But I'm only going to going off of how we've played in the playoffs so far. I do expect the Seahawks to win, but I won't be like, oh my god, what an upset if we did win. I still expect us to be like I said, somewhat competent.
Yeah, and honestly, weirdly, with as kind of discussing and feeling like the offense hasn't they've done its part compared to how well the defense is playing. I was just looking at like stats for the postseason, and I didn't realize that obviously there's not a lot of quarterbacks in the postseason, but Drake May is still 4th on the list for passing yards. And then rushing yards in the postseason, you have the leading rusher in Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
And in 5th place is Drake May. So Drake May is in the top 5 for rushing and passing.
I also saw that he now has more playoff rushing yards than Tom Brady had in his whole career already. Which is quite funny to think about, really. I know, like, it's obvious because obviously, he wasn't much of a rusher, was he, Tom Brady? But the fact that he played in so many games, and he's already passed him.
Well, my brain was just like, it's not a lot, is it? But I remember that I'm thinking of receiving yards, not rushing yards. So I was thinking he only has like 6 receiving yards or something like that.
That's 6 receiving yards over the age of 40, by the way. Is what you're thinking of.
Yeah. So yeah, like considering we're like, but other people are like the offense isn't doing well. Drake May is a top 5 leader in both categories, and then you have the leading rusher.
Well, I mean, and the biggest takeaway, the biggest thing that I take away from this is how good Ramondre Stevenson's been. Like, he's been superb. I really wanted, because obviously he wasn't great last year. He fumbled the ball a lot. I really wanted Henderson to take the RB1 job, run with it, because on those, like, his explosive playability is through the roof. He's absolutely amazing in that sense. But Ramondre Stevenson as a back, in the sense of, like, if you need 4 yards, he's going to get you 4 yards, has been unreal, and definitely cannot take that away from him. So, yeah, I've been super impressed by him. I wouldn't want him to leave now. I mean, I did always have a soft spot for him, but over these past couple of years, especially last year, I've kind of lost that soft spot for him. But yeah, he's been superb for us, and his blocking as well is fantastic.
Also, like, just looking at these numbers, I think it's amazing that, like, passing yards in the top 5, there's Sam Darnold with 470, and then number 1 is Stafford with 936. So there's almost a 500-yard jump.
What
rushing?
between
5th fifth place and first place. All right, Sam Darnold has one less game because he had the first seed, so he had a bye week.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, it's Drake May in fifth with 141, and Stevenson in first with 194. So again, a difference about 50 yards.
Yeah.
But then receiving yards. Number 5 is Christian Kirk for the Texans, 164. Number 4 is JSN, 172.
We got most of those against us as well, I think.
Yeah, I think he was the leading catcher because the other ones couldn't catch a ball or got injured trying to catch the ball. In fourth, it's JSN with 172. Again, one less game than the other people on this list. Devontae Adams, 185. And then Colston Loveland for the Bears, 193. Guess who's in first place and how many yards they've got in the postseason?
The postseason receiving yards.
Mm-hmm. And I've already kind of given you a clue what team they're on because I've told you, the big differential in passing yards.
So is it Puka Nacua?
It is Puka Nacua. So receiving yards, second in postseason, Colson Loveland with 193. Guess how many Puka Nacua has got? And don't forget, Devontae Adams is already on this list in third with 185. Guess how many Nacua's got? Just in this one postseason.
And what's that, 3 games? It must be like 400.
Oh, you went a bit over, but 332.
Jesus. That's not bad, is it?
I know.
He's had a good postseason then, clearly.
Combined, Stafford has gave his wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 500 receiving yards in the postseason only.
Jesus.
It's
in
insane.
3 games. Yeah.
And then it's just funny as well, like leading tacklers 1, 2, and 5 are all Rams players as well.
Oh, for leading tacklers.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I kind of went off on one then just from looking at stats from we're kind of dismissing that you're as much as like the offense wasn't putting up points, they're clearly getting the yards. They're just, I think you kind of said it this year that the red zone attack hasn't been great.
No. Our red zone has been pretty poor. Like this, I mean, I said it because the reason I know we was talking about the Texans is because I said it in the chat about the Texans is like we are the team. Like I know a lot of people were saying that the Texans should destroy us, but the way we play should be perfect for beating the Texans because the Texans give up a lot of points to explosive plays, and that's how we get all our points. We don't get it in the red zone, and look at what happened. Is like we did exactly that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We made up all our yards and all our points in basically 3 plays, didn't we? In 3 drives. I think there was something like I told you it was like we had 3 if we took away those 3 drives we had something like minus 15 offensive yards total.
Yeah, something like that. I just know it was shite.
Yeah. But I mean, well, let's talk about the conference games, right? We'll talk like the Patriots Broncos one. Obviously not great, but a snow game. Like you've got to love a snow game. It looked amazing. Obviously, really fun. Not great scoring wise. See, we had the double slip. If you remember it from Stevenson and then from Drake May, which was like a Benny Hill sketch or something, which was really fun. I'm really glad to see Sean Payton try and ego us by going for it on 4th down, and then that being the reason they lost the game pretty much, which is great because Sean Payton does low-key believe he's God's gift to head coaching. But there's not really much to say about it. Drake May's run to ice the game when he celebrated was probably the most emotion I've ever seen from him in a game. He looked really, really excited. But obviously the exciting game was the Seahawks-Rams. The Seahawks were fantastic. I mean, the Rams were great. At one point, it was like, who the hell is going to win this game? It's just going to be whoever has the ball at the end.
I loved the whole thing of like before that game started, where it's like the last time these guys matched up was the game where the Seahawks won by 1 point, and it was one of the touchdowns was the one where people didn't know that the play hadn't been called dead, so Charbonnet just walks into the end zone and picks up the ball, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
No, that was definitely the most exciting game.
Yeah. And the Seahawks did really well. JSN was unreal. That catch he did on the sideline where he pulled it in with one hand was so.
Oh yeah, did you see that was a no look pass from Darnold?
Yeah. He wasn't even looking. Yeah. He did the Stafford against him. It was really, really, really good. The one thing I will say that does help us a little bit is the fact that they don't have a backup running back. Obviously, Charbonnet's injured.
Yeah, Charbonnet is out. He's not going to be here for it. It's Walker, and then let me have a look at it. So got Walker, and then they've got George Polani, and then that's it, because the other two that have got on depth chart are injured.
Yeah, so you're either going to be putting a lot of strain on Kenneth Walker, which is going to ruin your run game, or you're going to put a lot of reliance on Sam Darnold. And I'm not saying he can't do it. He definitely can. But will he be able to? Like, I wouldn't even want Drake May to have that amount of pressure, like under the lights in the Super Bowl. Like, basically, we're going to need you to take more because we can't run our running back into the ground. Like,
yeah.
And
if I had that situation, I think my solution would be to have a few more, wide receiver like runs, as in like jet sweep type plays.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you?
Especially like Rashid Shaheed, it's so fucking fast. So if what's it? Is it 12-man front, 13-man front, where you stick a tight end and an extra tight end on the line, do something like that.
Yeah. I agree. I think he's going to come into the game a lot more and be more of that gadget type of player.
I will
just simply because they won't be able to use Charbonnet a lot. Mm-hmm. Like Kenneth Walker is going to have to do a lot of the carrying of the ball and a lot of the pass blocking. It's a lot of load, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it could end up being one of those like easy to spot things where if Walker's on the field, it means they're actually running the ball unless it gets changed at the line. If Holani's on the field, it's a passing set and he's just there on as a blocker.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't doubt they're going to be. I don't doubt that it's not going to make too much of a difference, but it's definitely a big loss, isn't it? I wouldn't want Travion Henderson to be out, for example. Like the idea of that, to give Stevenson a break, you have to put someone on who's not taken nearly as many snaps. Is obviously not great, and we're in the part of the football cycle where the run game is back to being extremely important again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I was just going to say as well, something that might happen is because it's Super Bowl, there might be some like trick plays, and Cooper Kupp has been photographed in training throwing some passes. Now, like trick plays, I'm all for. But Cooper Kupp doing them, I'm not too confident on. Do you want to know Cooper Kupp's stats as a passer?
Go on then. Of course.
In his entire NFL career, he's attempted 5 passes.
Go on.
Do you want to guess how many completions?
0.
It is 0.
Just by the way you lined up.
Yeah, and do you want to know what else has happened in those 5 attempts?
Go on.
1 interception this season.
Oh no!
So out of his 5 attempts, none of them have made. Well, actually, one's made it to somebody, but it made it to a defender. So, like, as much as I'm all there for, like, Philly special type trick plays and stuff like that, a Cup doesn't seem like the guy to do it. Which, when I saw that and then saw the stats, I was like, that seems insane to me. After all the clips I've seen of seeing how highly intelligent of a football player he is.
Yeah. Being
Like
highly
he's
intelligent doesn't mean you can throw a ball.
true. It just, to me, it was like, you know, you seem intelligent enough to be at the quarterback position where you can see where the hole would be and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's been sort of seen and sort of teased that this possibly may happen, and people are like, there is a betting line of over 2.5 passes in the game.
Right. Yeah.
That he's more than likely they're gonna have like a trick play for him to do, but I'm really not confident on it.
Oh, I mean, we're going to do it. There's absolutely no way that we don't try and run a Philly special type play where Drake May gets thrown the ball. We tried it before. We'll try it again.
Right. So 2 questions: who do you think would be the passer for that, and who do you want to be the passer for that?
Who do I think will be the passer?
Because I'm pretty sure I've seen you guys do some like end around wide receiver ended up throwing the ball type thing this season, but I can't remember who they are.
Who do I think is gonna throw the ball? I think the only person who's thrown the ball for us so far, and it was to Drake May, was Chisholm. Was Efton Chisholm. So, like, I don't know, because I don't think he completed it either. I just want it. I don't know, like someone. I'm trying to think who would I trust. I don't know. I don't know if anyone on our team is a passer, but a person that I would trust who would just nice, safe human being, not going to take any risk, would be someone like Hunter Henry. Like you just know he's not going to take a risk. He's just a safe human being.
Trying to see who it was because it.
I think it was Chisholm who threw it.
I just looked at his stats. Then he's got 0 on it.
0 completions, yeah, but how many?
No, it's
attempts
got 0. It's got 0 attempts as well.
You sure?
Yeah.
Afton Chisholm.
All of you guys have. I'm sure somebody's done a pass.
Yeah, it was Efton Chisholm.
No, it says 0 completion, 0 attempts.
Efton Chisholm passed to Drake May. Drake May overthrown by Efton Chisholm.
Weird. It's not showing up.
Hey, it was against the Chargers.
Right, ESPN, step your game up because
It was
the stats aren't supposed to lie, but they're currently lying.
It was like an end, like what's that play called? Where you hand it off to the running back and they run one way and the wide receiver runs the other way, and they pop it up to him.
Yeah, I remember how it was, but I couldn't remember who it was. For some reason, I thought it might have been Stefan Diggs.
Yeah, I don't think Stefan Diggs is going to throw the ball.
Well,
Have you seen that clip? I was just about to say, have you seen that clip with Vrabel? He's like, yeah, but I wanted to.
250 yards and you don't block once.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, all right. As a fan, we talked a bit about the Patriots and stuff, but from watching the Seahawks this season, because they've been a good team and everything, where apart from what we've already discussed, the running back position might be a bit weaker because of injuries and such. But like for you trying to get through their defense and stuff, what do you see as the weakness that you could possibly exploit?
That is a problem. So, like, they obviously I think they ranked 6 defensively. Like,
yeah, because when it said you've played the top 3 of the top 5, I thought, whoa, the Seahawks must have been one of the other ones, but they're not the 6th.
Yeah, exactly. So when you look at that, they're the 6th. But I think, like I said, with the Texans, they've got a very not obvious weakness, but they've got a better they're much better in some places than other places. I think our best bet is going to be on the ground. Their secondary and safeties are really, really good. It's going to have to be quick throws and on the ground. We just don't like Stefan Diggs isn't Puka Nakua, is he? He's not the type of player, or JSN where it's like this he's going to be open no matter what. Throw it at him, trust him. He can go up and get the ball, and it's same with Matt Collins. Is like they can go. They both great, and Booty, to be fair, great in contested catches. But I think the way we're going to beat him the most is on the ground, using kind of RPO style or options with between Drake May and the running back is going to be the best way. Get him, run it at him, play some options, have Drake May pull the ball out, run at him, and then get them biting down on that run, and then try and bring in a more like I said, RPO style. See if we can get some of the receivers in the game. But what do I know? I think we're going to go off. We're going to play a couple of series. We might not score. Hopefully, we do. Where we'll spread the ball out a bit, get people into the game, allow them to touch the ball, kind of thing. You know, like Tom Brady's whole ethos is like get your players, get your playmakers into the game as early as possible. But yeah, I think, especially knowing like Vrabel's aggressive style, I think we're going to run quite a run heavy attack.
And I was, yeah, I was going to say as well, like we can obviously offense, defense, the two biggest parts of the game. But like, if your offense isn't firing, but your defense is actually able to keep the Seahawks out as much as possible, it's like minimal points. Are you at all worried about special teams? Because I don't think. I know you said there's one guy that's always in every fucking tackle.
Yeah.
For you guys, but then obviously we've seen the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You're right. I'm going to throw some respect on his name, Schooler. He's been fantastic for us on special teams. He's always, and I say he's always there on the tackle, or he's always there when they call in a fair catch. He's been brilliant for us. We're going to play it where the ball can't go to Shaheed, full stop, and they're going to play it where the ball can't go to Marcus Jones, full stop. I will be very surprised if we see any run backs at all. Like, we both have two of the best, like pretty much 1A, 1B on returners. So it's going to be special teams is going to be kick the ball out and win on the field. I think that's literally how it's going to be.
I get that.
Like, because isn't Rashid Shaheed the no, it was Ray Davis, wasn't it? It was all pro.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Their punt returner. Yeah. So so punt returner all pro team 2 was Marcus Jones. And then obviously they've got Rashid Shaheed, who's like you said, quick as fuck. And has been really good for them. So yeah, it's gonna be a case of special teams is going to matter, but special teams is going to matter because it's going to be don't let those two players touch the ball on special teams. That's how I'm going to see it. That's how I reckon it's going to go anyway. Because
I know after talking to Alex after the championship games as well, this not special teams, but obviously just sort of discipline wise, the whole the Seahawks were keeping the Rams out, and then Tariq Woolen
nearly lost in the game.
Yeah, like I said I said to him before the game, I was like, I'm confident you're going to win this. And then afterwards, I was like, yeah, no, there was no issue. And I did kind of shit myself a little bit when that flag got thrown. I went, he's lost the game. Yeah. I saw a clip of the ref going over to Mike McDonald saying, yeah, we've got an unsportsmanlike conduct. And he went, don't tell me it's 27. And he's like, yeah. And then today I've seen the whole, do you remember the Stefan Diggs, who would you not like to date your sister? And they all say Diggs.
Yeah.
They've done that with the Seahawks, and they've all said reek. So
yeah,
I'm wondering if this is such a big game. If something like that happens, he gets pulled from the game.
I mean, he's still been great for him.
Oh yeah.
Let's remember what happened with in the Eagles Patriots game where we lost, and all because Bill Belichick benched Malcolm Butler, our CB1, and then they put up more yards than we'd ever seen before in a game. So you want your best players on the field. Now, if he's been perpetually giving away penalties for unsportsmanlike conduct, then maybe. But you think if he does it once, he's going to get absolutely twatted on the sideline and he'll never do it again. There's one thing that our team has been good at this year, and that is discipline. We don't give many penalties away, false starts, all that kind of stuff. We don't really give too many of them away. We've had some very unlucky PI calls. We've not given many PI calls that haven't been controversial away. So if the game is going to be decided through flags, I think it's going to go in our favour. But I'm not relying on it. I'll put it that way. I do low-key, if the Seahawks were playing pretty much any other team, I would want the Seahawks to win this game. Yeah, I think they've been fantastic. They are they're not the underdogs because they're playing us, but if they were playing anyone else, they would pretty much be the underdogs, wouldn't they? I know they were the first seed, but like we said at the beginning of the season, they were predicted to be bottom of their division, and not just bottom of their division, so far away it was unbelievable. So I really would like them to do well, and I said it before, I'm a massive fan of Emin Wari. He's been absolutely fantastic for him. I think he should win Defensive Player of the Defensive Rookie of the Year over what's that Browns player called?
Oh, is it Schweisinger or something?
Yeah, I just don't like saying his name.
I can't remember what it is. I just remember it's long. It's Carson or Carlton. Something I think it's Carson Schweisinger.
Yeah, but I'm still hopeful. I would love us to win a game. The thing is also every single one of our playoff games have been in very difficult conditions, either super windy, super cold, snow, all that kind of stuff. And obviously we've got a lot of, your offense has been terrible, but so's the other offense. And I know they've had excuses, terrible O-lines and stuff like that. But the weather comes into it as well, doesn't it?
100%.
And now we're going into sunny weather. If there's a chance for our offense to show up, it's in this game. Now, if our offense doesn't show up, then everyone was right, kind of thing. But I do expect our offense to be a lot better. At least that's how I feel, anyway.
So the last thing I'll kind of ask you / we can talk about is just whilst I got the game up now. So obviously these are all estimated returns for the Super Bowl, but currently there's quite a few people down for you guys on questionable, including Drake May, Hunter Henry, Morgan Moses, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane.
Spillane has been doing full contact, so not too worried about him. May is questionable because of his shoulder, but think he's been pretty much confirmed to be returning. We've still got a few days. I'm still not too worried about those, like especially the big ones, Hunter Henry, Spillane and Drake May. Not overly worried. I think it's more erring on the caution of safety than anything else. I mean, you had a question, and I think I just completely interrupted your question.
No, that my question really was going to be like, do any of them worry you whether they're actually going to be 100% healthy in time, or even if they do get healthy, do any of those things that are currently lingering worry you about? Shit, if he, if Drake May runs the ball and he takes a bit of contact, do you think it could take him out of the game because he already had something lingering beforehand? Is there any of those that worry you of being like, shit?
So I'm not too worried about Drake May. The one that worries the most, if they were all down as questionable and I didn't obviously know any more information, the one that would worry the most is definitely Spillane. He's been unbelievable for us in that linebacker role. But
yeah, see him. That's what I hear in my head now.
Yeah, obviously Drake May quarterback. He's been great for us and everything like that. But yes, I think Spillane has done a lot of the unsung work on that defense. But I'm not too worried about it. I've obviously read into it and been on that side of stuff. And again, the Patriots are a very hated team, rightfully so. And the other problem is Boston as a city is a very What's the word I'm looking for? Not
unapologetic.
Spoiled. No, not spoiled. What?
I didn't say spoiled. I said unapologetic.
I know you did, but I was going to say spoiled, but I'm saying what's the word I'm looking for, Snit? Where they expect something. Like they're a bit like princessy. Like we expect to get this.
Privileged.
Yeah, but not privileged. Actually, I'm googling it. Entitled, like really entitled. It's a very entitled city. Whereas, like, if the teams are doing shit, they all get caught. Like they call the teams and they want. Even with the Celtics, the basketball team and everything like that, really entitled. And it's the same with the Patriots, really entitled. When we were doing shit, no one was a Patriots fan, and now we're doing well. Everybody's a Patriots fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I completely 100% understand the hate. From my point of view, I'm just happy to be back in the Super Bowl. I'm happy to be able to watch my team in the Super Bowl on TV. Now, will I have that same outlook if we're getting absolutely twatted by the Seahawks? I don't know. But right now, like, I'm in the kind of like, if every single one of our players get injured and we field a team of bums, I'm just happy to see our team. Like, I'm just happy to see our jerseys play. Do you know what I mean? So. But I think that's the British in it. Like British fans in pretty much any sport are a lot less entitled, aren't they, than the English fans. I feel like we know a little bit more in sports that glory comes and goes. I also, because I'm not from Boston, feel like I always have to defend the idea that I'm not a glory hunter.
Yeah.
I just happened to bit the team that was successful at a time that they weren't successful. So I'm happy to be back. So if they all come out and it's questionable and they don't play, yes, I would be like, okay, our chances are shot, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the past few years that's been anybody who's been a Chiefs fan on it. It's been like, have you always been a fan, or is that just because?
Well, Chiefs fans are now Patriots fans, aren't they? That's the problem.
True.
Everyone,
Yeah. They're all stopped listening to Taylor Swift and they're all now listening to Cardi B.
Yeah. Cardi B's my favourite. I've always said she's the best singer of all time.
Yeah. And I love her song, but I can't say it, so I'll say it backward to PAW.
Is that Cardi B?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's that interview when he was Diggs was on the Bills, wasn't it? And they was like, "Do you know what this means?" And he's like, "I just know it as WAP."
Yeah. No, but he said that in a presser recently. He said that's his favourite song, but he can't say it, so he spelt it backwards and he said PAW.
Ah, right, fair enough.
Um,
So I just didn't understand the reference. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I think I think a lot of people hate on your team because it's almost like other teams have been good, and then it's like the franchise gets, gets its glory, and then it shuts down for a while until it's under new ownership. Whereas the Patriots has just sort of had a bit of a facelift on the outside,
Yeah.
and then been like, "Yep, we're good to go again. Everything's
Exactly.
down."
Exactly. Success is always going to bring hate, isn't it? And I think the annoying thing is, it's like I can see why it's easy to not like our team, just from a simple point of like, it's not like we're a fun team either. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't offer flash or anything like that. We're not exciting. We just keep winning, and we keep winning in ways that are just not interesting to the neutral fan as well. It's not.
I think as well, like, I mean, for myself, I find it funny, but I know for a fact, people who've been fans of other teams for years, then when these, old Patriots players go on shows and are a bit cocky because they were a part of that dance, they were winning all the time, are a bit cocky. Like, I keep seeing the one all the time where, I forget what he's called, but he's going on about how much he loves Drake May and thinks he's gonna do really well. And then another announcer is like, "Let me know when he reaches the championship game." And he's like, "Oh, he's playing at the Patriots, so they only count Super Bowls."
Yeah.
So that's cocky and would annoy people, but I found it funny.
Yeah, he said, let me know when he wins the championship game, doesn't he? And he says he's at the Patriots. They don't count wins; they count Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
is what he says. Yeah.
So yeah, I can understand from that perspective as well that like
because
other franchises will think you're a cocky shit. I hate you as a team now.
He starts it off by saying he's the best quarterback out of the 2024 draft.
That's it. Yeah.
And the other guy is the guy who's like obsessed with Mahomes and the Pats. And he does a bit every week called the Mahomes Mountain, which is like how quarterbacks compared to Mahomes.
That's pathetic.
Yeah. He's a bit of a. I think he's earned a bit of respect now because he's opened himself up to being like, I know I'm a Chiefs fanboy, and that's fine. Whereas before he wasn't so much. He was very unapologetic about it and very biased. But yeah, it's very different in the sense of like, at least it wasn't like bloody Chris Collinsworth, who's supposed to be an unbiased reporter.
Yeah. Somebody walking into the medical tent and he's like, "Oh, that's got some Mahomes swagger to it."
that was very Mahomes. I just remember when they were playing the Bills in the regular season last year, and it was like 9 seconds left, and they were down 2 scores, and they was like, "I wouldn't rule them out, not when the ball's in his hands." It was like they had no timeouts, 9 seconds, and were down 10 points.
You sound a bit muffled there. Do you want to get that dick out your mouth and say it again?
I know. It's like, literally, there's absolutely no way.
Insane.
But yeah.
Now, if you were to look at, I know obviously you're a fan of team, but if you were to look at this as a neutral fan, and you were to give me a score prediction, what do you think it would be?
As a complete neutral?
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks win, and it's going to be 21-17.
Right. So a lot of us were talking about it at training and stuff. I said Seahawks, and I said it was going to be about 24-14, something like that, like a 2-3 score game.
Yeah. I like, you've got to remember.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I also don't think it's going to be a 3-3 game.
The thing is like, back in the day, for a long time, like, people always said like the Super Bowl was boring because one team would just completely blow out the other team. We're talking like when the Seahawks absolutely destroyed the Broncos and stuff like that. But then the Patriots, when they won 13-3 against the Rams, that was the biggest point differential that of a Super Bowl that the Patriots have been in. 10 points. Even as a Patriots fan, I think the Seahawks are going to win. I just don't think it's going to be as insane as people are trying to make it out to be.
Yeah, because I mean, like, the reason the Seahawks have had these high-scoring games is because, like the 49ers one, they really dominated against a weakened and injured defense, and then took advantage of, again, a weakened and injured offense. Like everybody's joked about, after that kick return touchdown, they didn't have to do anything else and they would win.
Yeah.
But then they still decided to just put a shitload of points on. They haven't properly, I don't think, been against this defense, because like I know they've played against each other this year.
Yeah.
But your defense has been like slowly building up. Like it started off okay, and it's just become better and better as the season's gone on.
Our defense has definitely got better. I also think, like, I'd be absolutely shocked if they put up more than 30 points against us. Like, our secondary is a lot better than especially the 49ers secondary, but our secondary is better than both teams that they played in the playoffs. To put a bit of respect on our defense, our secondary is definitely better than any of the other two secondaries that they faced. And a lot of their point scoring comes from their wide receivers. I know. Obviously, Kenneth Walker is fantastic, and he absolutely destroyed the 49ers, didn't it? Was it 3 touchdowns he had against them?
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening against us.
No, I don't.
Now, I do think they're going to beat us. Like, I do think it definitely favours them over us. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are trying to make it out to be.
I also saw that because it's your defense, Mike McDonald was asked, if you on the 1 yard line, 2 yard line, are you running it or passing it?
Yeah,
and I think he kind of left it a bit open ended, but everybody jokes it's like just run the damn ball type thing. But also, it's your defense. It's been a good run stop defense. Also, the majority of the season it was 50 yards.
Did you not hear his response to that question?
I think I did. I just don't remember it, so I don't want to misquote.
He said, "Do we have Marshawn Lynch?" Was his answer. Now, right, I'm going to get into this because obviously it's a big topic because it was the last time we played each other in the Super Bowl. I
don't know if you've talked about this on the podcast before, but you have told me about it.
Yeah, but there's some more stuff. I think a lot of, obviously, we're going to talk about how Pete Carroll shit the bed, made the wrong offensive call, but a lot of respect needs to be put on the Patriots. A lot of the play that they ran was more successful in the red zone than running the ball was throughout the season, statistically. However, they ran the ball previously, yeah, and they didn't have any timeouts. We had 1 timeout left, yeah. We tackled Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line, which was a fantastic play, by the way. But they were expecting us to blow a timeout, giving them time to get ready to run the ball again. We didn't run a timeout, which kind of forced them to pass the ball as well, because to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a timeout left. They needed to either run the ball and hope it happened, but if they ran the ball and it failed, they didn't have time to recover. Like the clock would have just run out at that point, so they needed to throw the ball. It was a very smart play from Bill Belichick to not throw a timeout and just run, allow the same defense to stand out and force them to make that kind of decision anyway. Like they threw the ball because the chances of it being picked off were so low. It was like, we need to throw the ball because we either get a touchdown or we stop the clock and then we can line up to run the ball again.
Yeah.
Obviously, running the ball would have been an easier option, but if that pass came off, no one would be talking about it. And if for example, right, the exact same play happens in this Super Bowl, exact same scenario, and they run the ball and we stop them 2 times in a row on the 1 yard line, everyone would be like, yeah, but they stopped him the play before, why are you running it again?
Yeah. No, I completely get it. Like you said, if that pass would have made it through and they would have won through that, everybody would have been going to say that was a genius move to fake that you're just going to run it again with beast mode and then pass it off, because everybody would just be drawn to the run because of beast mode. So no, yeah, I completely get it. I also have been watching a lot of a guy on social media called, I think it's just called Filmmakers. I can't remember if that's correct or not. But basically, he just breaks down plays, and he's been doing it a lot this season, where he's been showing how certain teams have these formations and run the same play, multiple times, and this is how people learn to defend it, or how it works every time. Yeah. And because of this discussion going on about you two meeting up in the Super Bowl, he went back to that season, has reviewed a bunch of clips and stuff. And showed how much the Seahawks actually ran that same play.
Yeah.
But by the time it got to the Super Bowl, especially Belichick being the defensive mind it is, would have had things in place for that. So if you know they're going in that formation, you know that there's a shallow drag route and a deeper crossing route. So if the defender comes down, you throw it to a deeper cross route. If the defender backs off, you throw it to the shallow drag route. But everybody was covered.
It's very well known that we purposely practice that play in training repeatedly, knowing that they were going to use that in the red zone because of how often they used it. It was not that wasn't like oh my god, why are they running that play? They've never done that before. That was their most common play. That's what I was saying. It was more successful for them than running it in from that position. So, yeah. It's just easier with hindsight to say that they should have done it a different way, isn't it?
And I think also, like, it's also having a guy nicknamed Beast Mode. Like, as much as Kenneth Walker is a good back and like his nickname's K9, I would not think of him as a fucking like bowling ball running back, where if you have 2 lines who are at a stalemate, he can just push into the back of one and slowly go over. I think of him as more like a Bijan, dexterous, sidestep, get around people back. So even if that was the case, I don't think that would work. So if there was if that back wasn't beast mode, people would not be saying that as well.
Yeah. The thing is we literally stopped him on the 1 yard line the play before. That's part of the context that people seem to forget.
Yeah.
As well. Like, we literally just stopped him. If we hadn't stopped him, right, and they did that passing play, I would agree there was more of an argument of what the fuck are you doing? But we literally just stopped them.
And I will say one thing: if you do win this, the funniest thing to me will be that Tommy DeVito has a Super Bowl ring.
Oh yeah. And I can't wait for him to do the Italian hands while he's wearing it. You know he will.
Oh, imagine! Do you remember his agent that looks like he's in the mafia?
Yeah.
Imagine seeing him stood on the championship stand.
I can't wait.
Try to hold the Lombardi. Hey, let me get a piece of that.
Like again, I'll be happy. I'm happy that we made it to the Super Bowl. One of the biggest reasons, not just because I'm a Pats fan, but one of the biggest reasons I want us to win is for Diggs to get a ring with us. Something he couldn't do with the Bills. Just as a massive fuck you to the Bills. Like, as you know me, I'm a perpetual hater, Anna. And we was at that meal with at Bunny Jackson's, and I was talking to the rookies, and one of them, like, I was just talking about like teams, and like they'll bring up a team, and I said I didn't like, and one of them was like, "Is there a team you do like?" I was like, "Yeah." Smith says this all the time. As a perpetual hater, for me, it's a win-win, right? We win, Diggs gets his ring. Well, Patriots get the ring, but Diggs get a ring. Fuck you, Bills. Seahawks win. Sam Darnold gets his ring. Fuck you, Jets.
Yeah. The fuck you, Jets is the best bit.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's kind of like, yeah, we might not win it, but we still get to laugh at the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also saw a thing that was like the Patriots have been to 10 Super Bowls, won 6 of them, had that quarterback retire, gone into a rebuild, got a new quarterback, drafted a new quarterback, gone to the Super Bowl again, all in that time the Miami Dolphins have not won a playoff game.
Jesus. Yeah. I have seen some wild things like that, but I can't remember off the top of my head because I still remember the Cowboys one where it's like Jalen Hurts got into college, got drafted to the NFL, went to multiple playoff games and Super Bowls, and then won a ring before the Cowboys were back in a playoff game. Just stupid shit like that.
Well, maybe not back in a playoff game, but won a playoff game because they're in the playoffs.
Won a playoff game. Sorry, but yeah, is there anything else you want to say about this matchup?
Yeah, up the Pats. No, not much else.
No worries. Now, actually, there is one thing. Regardless of how this, or actually, do you think that the result of this determines Drake, May, and Stafford playoff MVP?
No, because the votes are already in. They do. It's announced just before the MVP, but it's set just before. Like they do the voting just at the end of regular season, so it's already been voted for.
Yeah.
So yeah, it won't change anything. The thing is I don't think losing this game won't change anything for us. Our quarterback is young. We've already been there. A lot of our core is young. We've shown that we can turn somewhat rejects, the best way to describe them, into serviceable players. People like Mac Hollins and stuff like that. So I do believe that we can continue.
I've just thought as well, if you do win a ring, it's not just Diggs, it is also Mac Hollins who was on the Bills as well winning a ring with you guys.
Yeah, no. Which would be great.
Didn't really think about that.
I'm going to tell you right now, Smith, and I'm breaking a curse. I'm not going to be wearing my Raiders jersey.
You won't wear the glaze?
No, I won't be glazing.
Who are you going to wear?
I don't know if I'm going to wear any. I'm feeling a bit superstitious.
You just gonna be naked?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a bit like, I might not wear any jersey.
Yeah.
Because
That's
if you remember when we played the Rams and we beat the Rams, I didn't wear a jersey.
just, yeah.
And when we beat the Falcons, I also didn't wear a jersey.
All right. So, are you superstitious then?
I'm a little stitious.
You're a little stitious. All right. Well, I think that's a good way to end it.
I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious.
Yeah. Thank you very much for listening. If you're listening, if not, that's cool too. Live your life. I'm Smith, which is that guy that is Smith on Instagram and Instagram only. You are the big box face of Drake May.
I'm hell yeah. Is that what I said?
Oh no, you boy.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
I changed it.
No, sorry, that was hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Podcast is at BritCaveBlitz on socials. Go on, last thing to sign off.
I can't remember what the Pat's thing is. We all we need.
We all we need. Okay.
No, what I'm gonna say is fuck the Packers.
And for the superb owl episode, I will do woo BritCaveBlitz woo.
Is that your ghost impression? Because Sandano's going to be thrown to ghosts.